Well, hello world, welcome to Raccoon Point Studios. I'm Sean Bombs, and today we are recording a drum set with one mic.
Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
And it is the Warm Audio WA14. I'm going to do it 3 different ways. The first way is directly above the kit by 2 feet, roughly around 2 feet above the kick drum, snare drum area. We have the Warm Audio microphone right there, and I have a -20 pad on it because the level's really hot coming from a drum set. It is basically pointed around where I'm showing this. And quick tip, you should have a yardstick. This is exactly 3 feet, exactly 36 inches, and that way you can measure where you have things in a rough area. And that way, if you know you like something in a specific area, you always have it ready to go, and you can try to measure it the best you can. I mean, it's always going to be trial and error with this stuff anyway, but it's good to have it. It's cardioid position. You could do omni or figure 8, but you're going to lose the low end, especially with omni. I'm going to do it this way, and then I'm going to bring it even lower to try to get more of the kick drum involved. Because in this position, you will definitely have to add a lot of EQ to get the sound. Now, this is a big room. Okay, so your mileage may vary. If you're in a smaller room, probably going to be a lot better if you go closer to your kick drum, because you just want to get most of the resonance of the drums. You're going to get all that stuff, and maybe the cymbals will be a little bit easier to deal with because if you have a small room, low ceilings and all that stuff, the cymbals are going to really take over the microphone. So I have a little jam that I did here in Logic, and I'm going to play to it. Before I start, I forgot to mention that we are using the Apollo Solo, and I'm using Unison API preamp. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Here we go. Take a million. All right, so now I adjusted the microphone to be closer to the kick drum. And I don't know, that's about 6 inches. About 6 inches from the kick drum. Pretty much parallel, a little bit off axis, just a tiny bit, but nothing crazy. We're gonna see what that sounds like. Sorry if that's not in focus. So here we go with that. So now I move the mic in front of the kit and I'm going to get the yardstick. So it's about, I don't know, 27 inches is the capsule. Maybe I'll bring it up a little bit. Okay, and then it's about 3 feet away from the whole drum kit. And we're gonna try that out, you know? It's not rocket science, you know what I'm saying? It's trial and error. We'll see what it sounds like though, okay? So hopefully those examples gave you an idea on what you can do the next time you're recording your drums. Maybe you have a band and you're trying to just get a little demo out, or you're just trying to release a single. Maybe you're going for a lo-fi type of thing, maybe a White Stripes type of thing, whatever. You know, it's definitely doable. There's plenty of records out there that maybe 1 or 2 mics on the drums, and you know, and if you want, you can also add samples to everything to kind of beef up stuff, or even stereo reverb or stereo delay can actually help to give an appearance of stereo width on the drums. I didn't do that in this example because I just liked how it sounded mono, so that's why I did it that way. I'm gonna go through each of these again just so we can hear it back to backs to give it a better kind of, you know, just is a lot easier to hear the differences when you're going back and forth that quick. All right, and I'm doing it on a part where it's a lot of cymbals because that's the hardest part when you're recording with one mic, is the ratio of cymbals to your skins. You know, if you have too much cymbals, the snare and the kick are going to sound weak, and if you add processing afterwards to try to fix any of that, you're just going to cause more problems and you're going to have harshness in your recording. So, you know, that's kind of what you're trying to do, is get that self-equalizing thing happening with your mic placement. So we're going to listen to it without any processing except for a limiter on the bus here, just so I don't clip for YouTube, and then I'll put the processing on for each of the kits back and forth, and that'll be it. All right, so here we go. Green is 2 feet above, purple 6 inches, and the teal is the room mic 3 feet away. All right. So as you can hear, they're all drastically different. Now I'm going to go between all of them with their processing on. So, you know, they're all different. They're all different. They all have their place. It really depends on what you're going for. I feel like the green is definitely the noisiest of the bunch, but also kind of punchiest of the bunch too. Probably because I boosted the shit out of the low end to get it to cut with the guitars. Where the purple is the tightest of the bunch, and then the teal is definitely more of the trashiest but coolest sounding. I couldn't do that in the basement studio in Philly. I would never get that sound. There's nothing I could have done to get that sound. Hopefully you found this useful. Please subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell, so I can do more stuff like this. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
If you're into guitar pedals, subscribe to the channel. If you're into pro audio, subscribe to the channel. If you're into experimenting, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.